Sounds good.
Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Downside Up. Today's episode is brought to you by technical issues everywhere, even just before we started the stream. So hopefully we've fixed the ones that were causing it to crash live. If not, watch out for Ragey Freds on Twitter. But before we go around and address these wonderful people around the table, we also have this show brought to us by our sponsors, Mage Hand Press. Mage Hand Press created the Feyfolio, which we'll be playing today. It's a Feywild expansion for 5e, and it's currently 25% off on their website, I believe, if you go and get the PDF, so go and check it out. Also, check out the Deck of Many. We've got these wonderful Deck of Many Things here. I've drawn Knight like 3 or 4 times in a row. The Deck of Many Things, animated cards, which affect gameplay. They are a donation reward. Also, the Heroes of Humblewood is a campaign which we play on Thursdays at 6 p.m. EST. Check it out. We also have Hero Forge. Check out Hero Forge for all of the magical multi-hued minis. This mini is part of their recent Kickstarter. 6,000% funded. This isn't painted. This is full color resin printed. And it looks fantastic. It's very professional. We'll be doing more stuff with them as they release their new prototypes. Hopefully pandemic won't hold that up too much. Also, we have a new sponsor. Go and check out Dungeon Fog. Dungeon Fog, a map making utility that you create beautiful comprehensive maps in, and it dynamically updates your GM notes for you. As you add elements to the map, elements are added to your notes, saving you time and hassle. If you go and sign up now using the code Scratticus, you can get 10% off of their premium features, but there is also a free account over there if you want to go and play. Also, my own social links. Hi. Oh, yeah, I'm not frazzled. Scratticus! Check out our Discord, check out Twitter, and check out YouTube. There's no need to be socially distant, just be distantly social. Come and join us in the Discord. We'll talk about RPGs with you. Want to play a game? Hit me up on Twitter. I'll get you in a game. And if you want thousands of hours of content to fill your waking hours, head over to the YouTube. I was trying to do the maths. I can't. 6 seasons, 12 shows per season, 36 hours roughly per campaign, and then you've got Academy weekends on top of it, and charity streams and stuff. Loads of content. Go and check it out. Mackenzie!
Hi!
Oh, hi. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm waiting for the caffeine to kick in on your end.
Mm-hmm.
You drink that coffee, man. Drink it.
Yeah, I'm good.
But hi! I got the wagon! Hi, I'm Mackenzie Landea on Twitter. I'm an independent TTRPG content creator, so you might know me from the Critical Role Encounters of the Week, or MCDM's Kingdoms in Warfare, or most recently as the half-elf monk Sorrow over on Tales from the Mist every Friday at, 9 p.m. EST? 9 p.m. EST. Yeah, the finale of my arc is this Friday, and I'm super excited. But most importantly, for the next 3 hours, I will be your dungeon master for this campaign. So let's go around and say hello to everyone and say who you're playing. This week, again, we will not be joined by Gnome, but you should definitely check out all of his work over on Nomadic on Twitter. He's amazing. He's doing some amazing stuff, both in the TTRPG space and with helping with the pandemic. So go check him out, send him all the love. And with that, we'll go pop on down to Axerfet12. Oh, hi.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm a writer for Mage Hand Press. I'm very excited to be actually playing in the Feyfolio instead of just reading and writing. So I will be playing Mr. Owl, a Matryoshka witch today. Is my other coming through fine?
Yeah, you're fine. I just we the XSplit did a thingy bobber. Okay, let's go over to Malvolio 421.
Hello everyone. Malvolio here. I am playing, well, I guess I should tell you who I am. I'm just an old guy on Twitter. I stream some RPGs, some Twitch sings every now and then. So come on over if you see me on. I'll probably sing some country music for you. Or I've also played D&D on Tales from the Grim when we did Fall of Faerun. I love Tritons, especially Triton clerics with guns. So get me in your game and let's have some fun. Are we telling who we are playing? Yes, I'm playing.
Just introduce who you're playing. We'll go
Okay.
like into descriptions, like when you get your characters get introduced.
I am playing Muck. He is a boggart, as we say in Texas, or Bogart. Boggart is a boggle. He's the biggest boggart you've ever seen, and he works with Mr. Owl here. Definitely.
All right. And Scrat, would you like me to introduce Friday, or are you good?
I am good. Oh, hi everyone. I'll be playing Friday Floreg, known as Friday to her friends. My web caption has stopped working, of course, because it didn't reopen. So, yes, Friday, half orc, confused Gore, getting impatient with the Feywild. That's not just to reflect my tiredness, honest. Yeah,
like you projecting? You projecting a little?
She's, she's got big energy, and she wants to use it to stab things. Completely normal fighter, no magic.
Yeah, okay. Your custom-built subclass says differently, but whatever. Diva. But yeah, is there anything else anyone would like to say before we jump in? Or are we all ready to go?
Happy to be a part of the team. Let's do it.
Oh, I guess I should preface this episode. Things might get a little weird. I may have taken some rolls from Dark Matter and ripped them a little bit and then stuffed them into the Feyfolio for funsies. So here we go. It's gonna be wild. Sorry, Alex. I just messed up everything you designed. I'm excited to play in the Feyfolio. Here's me messing everything up. But anyways, last we left Feywild, the unfortunate Friday had been pulled from her home in Ravnica by an unknown force and trapped into the Feywild into some strange game she's not entirely aware of and is definitely an unwilling participant in. This has led her across various different parts of the Feywild to reassemble time itself, represented by a watch that has been attached to her wrist. The latest escapade led her to the Blushing Weald, home of the Rose Court, where she met with a couple of the court convoys, also known as royal babysitters of the Rose Court, and helped find a couple missing children. When one of the missing children was in fact revealed to be a double, a hag taking the place of a child, they fought that hag and rescued the children. They rescued 4 out of the 5, with the 5th having already been taken off to the wastes. The Wasteland itself is a broken, barren, obsidian land filled with ragged buildings and ruins and cracks of Brackus energy lacing through it, and that is where we come back to our intrepid hero. Feels like a bit of a loose term, but that's what Friday is. Friday, as you walk through the wasteland, it is like how salt plains are, very flat and cracked and barren and dry. You can see in the distance where there should be mountains, instead there's these massive silhouettes of these twisted, half metal, half wood, entirely desecrated and disheveled mountains of these crooked, almost skeletal-like ruins sort of rising along the horizon as you walk. What do you look like?
I am a 6'2" in heels, half orc barbarian wearing the armor of the Azorius Guard. It's probably looking a little disheveled right now, but still very shiny. Friday can make rust shine, all right, and mold and rot and all the other stuff. Long black dreads, very grayscale skin, almost pale, seems to glow in the light, and quite bold features. Halberd on her back. She's marching.
Are you walking in any particular direction, or are you just going?
Yeah, I'm on a yeah.
Okay.
Just
Roll me a
marching.
perception check.
Sorry, I literally had to restart my
Yeah, that's no worries.
stream, restart my PC just before we went live to get OBS to work. So I'm gradually learning as we go which things I do not have open yet.
That's totally fine. As
Okay.
you walk, you okay, not bad. Well, one thing you definitely hear, you did not need to roll this, is your halberd on your back, sort of. Hey. So, do you want to talk? Bro?
Not really. I just want to fix time.
Okay. You seem upset. Can I help? That's what like bros do, right? Like I'm supposed to help you, right?
First of all, look, Al. Bro really doesn't describe me very well.
Do you want girl?
I mean, somehow that was so much worse last time. Why don't you just try my name? Friday.
Friday.
Anyway, I'm not annoyed, I'm just tired. I'm fed up of having to
Friday.
fix everything. Why doesn't it just work?
I don't know. That's. I mean, was I broken? Am I broken?
I don't know if this counts as broken or not.
Okay, well, do you hear that?
What was it I heard again?
Um, and as you hear Al go, did you hear that? You can hear a very distant rumbling. And on an 18, you notice the following things. There is you feel in the ground itself, and you can guess this is what Al probably heard, because Al doesn't have ears, but they are able to sense sound waves and vibration and movement. You feel the ground rumble, and you hear this sort of run, this undercurrent run through the ground, and you can see sort of as you kind of look behind you from the source of this thing, you can see sort of these strange shapes sort of move on the horizon, wheeled, towering, sort of these mishmashed, hobbled together vehicles sort of rolling across the desert. The other thing you notice on an 18 is that one of the structures that is on the horizon, this sort of dilapidated thing with an iron-like spine that almost looks a little bit like how like roller coasters turn, but almost twisted in the wrong way. And you can see it sort of and move.
Is there anything to indicate a number nearby?
You do have your watch, and you do see the minute hand. The hour hand is sort of like spinning backwards, counterclockwise. The minute hand has settled in a direction, pointing across the plains in a certain way. And it's like when you move and you shift on a compass, and you can see that, and you can see it like staying and pointing in the same direction. You do have that.
Is it pointing towards the roller coaster?
Yes.
Then onward we merrily march.
Okay. As you march, you can feel the sort of growing louder and louder. And Muck and Mr. Owl, what does your Wasteland scavenger look like?
Well, the Wasteland Scavenger, she's like a like a van, one of those long Echo Line vans, but the top is kind of broke out of it. And sticking out the top is this hairy guy with a couple of horns sticking out like this. And down in the bottom, you've got like what looks like a sidecar to the side of it. You notice these long poles strapped to the side of the van. And you see sort of inside Mr. Owl, who's driving this bad boy?
That'd be me, Mr. Owl. Should we go into sort of what we look like then?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Describe what you look like.
So Mr. Owl is a stuffed owl bear toy, straight out of a child's bedroom. He has this dapper little tiny tuxedo, just the tuxedo jacket, and a bow tie, bright purple, and a matching like tiny purple top hat, and an eye patch.
Could you please also say what Mr. Owl's first name is?
Mr. Superb Owl.
Thank you. I'm really happy. Luck, you sort of described a little bit about what you look like. Do you want to go into a little bit more detail?
Sure. Muck has got that chestnut brown kind of medium length hair. He's fluffy. You want to give him a big hug, basically. If he were to have a film sort of a inspiration, or if you were to say what he looked like, you'd probably say he looks a lot like Ludo from Labyrinth. He's very big. He's the biggest boggart you've ever seen, and he's wearing chainmail, and he seems to have a shield, and quite a big. His eyes are humongous.
Nice. And you two have been sort of rumbling through the Wasteland as you do. Just in general, you are Wasteland scrappers. You scavenge this sort of barren desert and find parts and trinkets that you can trade with some of the larger Fey courts. For favors, money isn't necessarily a thing in the Feywild, but people do work in favors. And if you can find things that will help Feywild individuals fix their various issues, you will be compensated handsomely in regards to favors. And you currently are on the trail of a creature known as the Decagon. And as you sort of roll up and you go, you can see as you're driving along and you're watching the sort of barren landscape, you can see the silhouette of someone walking. Walking is rare in the wastes. You know most people have a vehicle of some sorts, but you do see this figure sort of walking and heading sort of in a similar direction as you.
Hitcher! Careful, they're dangerous. Mysterious looking. What do you think? What do you think, Mr. Owl?
Should we pull over and see what they want, or should we just keep driving?
Yeah. Yeah. No. Let's see if they got any candy.
Surely. And I will start to maneuver the vehicle towards this lone wanderer, splitting off from. You said there was a group of other vehicles.
No, it's just you. You can sort of see you could see on the horizon some other vehicles, but most scavengers sort of just have a singular vehicle. More scavengers in one area means it's a little harder to split up what you find, so you work in small teams. But yeah, you can go drive up and you see this tall sort of half-orc woman in armor you don't quite recognize, just sort of tiredly marching through the desert.
So I will drive our scrapper van up, and I will bring it to a screeching halt to the side of this person. And I will sort of poke my tiny little stuffed arm out of the window and go, well, hello there.
Hello there.
Friday.
Wanderer.
Hey, how's your mama and them?
Yes. Are either of you named after numbers?
I am named after a number.
No, Mook, you're not. Not quite.
3-7 muck. Right? You don't know how to count. Yes, we're not named after numbers. You need a ride? Where you going? You got any candy?
No, I'm afraid I don't have any candy. I'm trying to fix time. I need to find the numbers.
Well, what's wrong with time?
Look at the sky, friend.
You look at the sky, it's an eternal twilight that has these massive rending cracks in it.
Oh, is that not normal?
It's not supposed to be, but you don't know any you don't know any better. You've lived here all your life.
I thought it was just a storm. It'll pass.
Quite. Unfortunately, I'm not native to the Feywild. I take it the two of you are?
Not quite, but been here a while.
I've lived here all my life. What's the Feywild?
No, yes. This is the Feywild.
Oh, Big Dirty. I've lived in the Big Dirty for a long time.
Good.
You got any candy?
Afraid not. No, I don't have any candy. In fact, I'm low on rations.
Oh, well, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to say this, but we got some food.
And
Mr.
tea.
And tea.
I do rather enjoy tea.
Well, I consider it somewhat of a specialty of mine. Some might almost say it's magical. Mystical gift. Would you like some?
I'm a little cautious about magical tea, but heck, in the interest of making friends, why not?
To be fair, the tea you got from Grandma 3 was pretty okay. That didn't hurt you.
Thank you very much for 10 retweets, everyone. Kenja
I'm pulling
has
it up
rolled a
right now.
33. Yes, I would gladly come for tea. Do you know anyone who's named after a number by chance?
No, I don't think so.
You are hunting a thing.
Oh yes, that one thing that's that we're hunting right now called the Decagon.
Is
Does
that
does that count as being named after a number?
It could well be close enough.
You also remember from last time you were looking for one of the other children who was named Tenny, who had been
Yes.
taken by a creature into the wastes.
Yes, I'm looking for a small child named Tenny. Who was
Teddy?
taken. Tenny, like 2 5s.
Oh, Tenny. Gotcha. Oh, alrighty. He means 8. Tenny, gotcha.
Having received a request for tea, Mr. Owl will sort of put the steering wheel up and he will hop off the several bricks that he is sitting on in order to reach the steering wheel. And he will stumble into the back of the van, open up the side to reveal a cabinet stocked with all sorts of supplies and a ramshackle stove that has been set up on the interior, and he will start busily getting to work making a nice cup of tea.
Cinnamon sticks. Get cinnamon sticks.
Yes, Mook. Yes, your preferences are known to me. 3 cups of tea.
You should try. It's very nice.
Mr. Owl, can you please roll me 1d4?
Yes, I can do that. There is
Okay.
1.
Roll me another d4.
Oh my.
Okay,
One.
cool. Don't worry about it. Keep going. Continue making your tea.
Excellent. Yeah, I will have crafted tea shortly, approximately 5-10 minutes, depending on the tea. I'll present Fry to Florog with the tea and say, well, first we should introduce ourselves, should we not?
Indeed, that would be wonderful. I must say, this is one of the more civilized greetings I've had so far since I've been here. My name is Friday. I'm not from this place. I'm from a magical city that floats in the sky.
Oh, well, it seems that it is customary here to be named after times and dates and places and numbers and things like that. I am Mr. Owl of Miss Little's tea party. That's why we're so civilized. We're all gentlemen there.
I'm Muck.
Mark, pleasure to meet you, Mark, and Mr. Owl. Friday
Yeah.
happens to be a nickname. My full name is traditional Orcish, Frida Florang.
Friday Florang.
That's pretty close.
Because, sorry,
Bye.
I was about to sneeze. Sorry. Well, Friday, what do you? Okay, tea, good, and everything. Well, you're looking for time?
Yes. Well, actually, I'm looking for passage back home. Unfortunately, it's been denied to me so far. Do you happen to have any relation to the Queen?
Oh, no, do we?
You roll me. I roll me. If you would both like to roll me a history check, go ahead.
Sure. You said
Okay.
Queen.
Friday. Oh, sorry. I may have been rooting around someone's character sheet. Friday, can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
I'm sure that I can.
Ooh,
Here's my
that's pretty
history.
good.
Well, that's a modifier.
What check am I making again? Sorry, Mackenzie.
A wisdom check. A wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Mr. Owl, what's your spellcasting DC?
It should be a 14.
Okay, cool. Just hold on to that. The wild magic surge might have done a thing.
Oh.
So just holding on. Muck?
Mhm.
Queen? I know. It's you have heard there is possibly a queen, but the queen doesn't usually come out to like the wasteland because it's all grimy and stuff, and so like you never really have to deal with that. So like you don't need to know it because queen don't come out here. You're fine. You're
The
fine.
queen doesn't come to the big dirty. She'd be a big dirty queen.
Mr. Owl, on an 18, you know that though the queen herself doesn't usually come to the wasteland, you know that the creature you're hunting right now, called the Decagon, is one of the queen's most loyal servants. You know, based on the legend you've heard, that the Decagon is one of the queen's biggest and most twisted creations, used when the queen wants to steal something for her own and doesn't exactly want to get her hands dirty.
We know well about the Decagon stealing things.
Yep.
Well, the Decagon is one of the Queen's servants. We're hunting that, but no other relation to the Queen, so far as I know.
Decagon is the queen's brother, sister, relative?
Something like that.
I didn't
Okay.
know.
Well, it seems the Queen has deigned that she would like to play a game with me. So, where, despite continually finding portals back to the material plane, I am not allowed to pass through them until I have fixed time. Why she does or does not want times fixed, and why she has set this funny little quest, I do not know.
As Friday, as you sort of drink the tea and it sort of settles into your stomach, you feel very happy. You feel giggly.
I can't roleplay that right now.
That's
I cannot do it. There you go. I
it's-
laughed.
There we go. You did. Well, it worked somehow. Basically, just for transparency's sake, the Weird Arcana Surge was if you are a spellcaster, you can immediately cast one spell of your choice without spending a spell slot or using an action, which is why we only have one technical spellcaster in this party. It's the owl. So that's why I had you roll to see what spell. It was going to be Hideous Laughter, but I don't feel like making you go prone, so you are giggly.
Would the drinking of the tea during this short rest count as my tea ceremony to remove a level of exhaustion, if applicable?
Yes. I don't believe anyone has a level of exhaustion, but yes.
It's just very restful, calming. Oh, I have a mug.
Yes.
I'm so upset. Everyone else has mug. I have a mug. Okay, yeah. But yeah, you drink this tea, and it fills your belly, and it's very warm and comforting.
So you're looking for something named after numbers, and we're looking for something named after a number. Would you like to come with us to perhaps help us hunt this thing together?
Maybe you just need your timing belt fixed. We can fix you got your where's your car? Where's your Rambler? Where's your Rumbler?
I'm
Where's
afraid
your-
I don't have one. I was walking by foot.
Oh. We could go help you get it. Oh, foot. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's go find the guy. What about the truck stop? Maybe, I don't know. They got to be around here somewhere. We can help our new friend. You're our new friend, right?
Well, we're no longer
Yeah.
strangers.
You know, you have treated me with kindness. I can numbly feel that your tea is trying to make me happy and giggly, but I'm just so tired.
Well, it's okay. We'll do the work. Throw him in the back. Throw her in the back. I'm sorry.
Oh,
That's
no,
okay.
there's a sidecar.
Oh, but let me
You
get
can
the.
also see there's plenty of room in this car. You don't have to be thrown into it anywhere.
And I could
I am it.
just sit. I mean,
Okay, that's fine. Watch out, there's like some Cheeto thingies all over the seat there. They're like cinnamon sticks with cheese on them. They're really good. You want one?
well, if I find one, I might try one. Yes.
It's good. Let's go, Mr. Owl.
Yes,
Where
yes.
Where were we going?
No, I'm not really sure. We're just aimlessly wandering.
Oh, let's go.
Did you have so in terms of like what you're trying to track,
Mhm.
and you know you want to get to the Decagon to retrieve your heart. You can either track. I know someone mentioned going to a truck stop, so if you want to head in that direction, you can. It's all up to you.
Somebody at the truck stop can help. Let's head back. We could get a map.
That sounds like a superb idea.
So upset, Alex. Please. All right. So you turn, and there's a big cloud of this sort of obsidian dust to sort of poof, as you rev your engine and you start heading back towards the truck stop. If you're driving, roll me a survival. Let's see how quickly you get there. Well,
Not very fast. It's hard to see over the steering wheel, being as short as I am. I'm sitting on top of several bricks with
Okay.
like a foot extender to reach the pedal. But
okay. So on an 8, as you're driving along, there's a sort of you're tottering and you can feel the bumps, and then there is a very loud sort of noise, and you feel one side of the car lurch and just like crash forward, and you can feel from the back where you're sitting, Friday, you can feel this thing suddenly like lurch upward, and it's like if you look out the window, and Muck, you can see this, the car is sort of perched like that
Right?
on like on a dip. So it's like the back wheels are stuck and it can't actually go all the way into the dip, but the front wheels are too high to get into the dip, and it's just sort of balanced there.
Right. All right. Come on. We got to get this thing out of... Oh, we're stuck. What are you doing up there? Where are you driving to? We could get this. Muck is going to jump off the top.
Okay.
He's going to grab one of the very long poles
Okay.
from the side of the van, and right next to the picture of the golden fiddle, and he's going to try to maybe lever the rambler a little bit there.
Okay.
See if he can get that going there.
All right, roll me an athletics check.
Mm-hmm. Right. Going over to here. I am getting my big old meaty Muppet strength and going fire.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. There is a very loud sort of boop, or just sort of this pop noise as you can feel this car just lurch back up. As you lever it up, are you trying to level it back over the ditch or to like the far side, like back onto like the ledge where the ditch is in front of you, or are you trying to lift it like and like fling it over the ditch?
Definitely the wrong decision. So I'm gonna try to flip it over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, roll me a. This feels like it would be dexterity. So dexterity saving throw because it's precision.
Okay, it's not too bad. So a dex one.
Dexterity saving throw.
No problem. It's not gonna be too bad. Not too bad.
Okay. Well, the car lands on the other side.
Yeah.
The pole, though, however, there is a loud sort of as the pole you're holding breaks as you throw this car over. The two in the vehicle, Friday, I feel like this has happened before, Mr. Owl, so you're kind of okay with it. But Friday, you feel the car lurch forward, stop, and then suddenly hurl itself across a ditch.
I feel like Friday was like halfway out of like getting out to help when this was going on. So probably sits back down a bit quick.
You feel the car being yeeted across the ditch. The ditch itself is about like, let's see, if the car is like a large creature, then that's about like, the ditch is maybe 15 feet-ish deep, or 10 to 15 feet-ish deep. I'd say in order to like leverage the car up, you are kind of on the other side still, Muck. The car is now across this ditch, which is about 10 feet. And you are on the other side without the car.
My bad. I'm coming.
Okay, can I I've got my split poles, right?
Yes.
I want to make sure I keep both of those. Can I give her
hey, I'm stuck. How do I get across?
How far is it again?
It's a 10 foot long gap, 15 feet deep.
You look pretty strong. Can't you just jump it, Muck?
Just to be safe, hold on a second. Mr. Owl will take his top hat off and sort of like give it a little scritch on its head as little teeth show, and he will fling it across Goldfinger style to move.
Okay.
I can cast touch spells through my familiar, so if he falls, I can use levitate.
Do you have to aim to throw your familiar, or does he go?
I don't know.
Do you want to aim to throw your familiar? Would you like to roll for this, or do you want your familiar to just go across?
It is always more fun to roll for this.
Okay.
Would you like me to roll?
Roll. This would be a ranged spell attack.
Okay, let's just do. I don't know if that will work. I might just end up rolling.
Just roll one of your ranged spells and we'll use it. I have concerns. Okay, you are able to make the top hat soars across. What's your familiar's name again?
Colin the Mockery.
Colin the Mockery sails delicately over this ditch in the ground and lands fluttering on Muck's head.
Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. It's very tiny.
He's a Dina top hat.
He goes, "Oh, there, good thinking. This always helps. Okay, I'm jumping. Catch me!" And I'm jumping directly for Friday.
Okay. Directly for Friday?
Yeah, catch
Into Friday?
me!
Okay.
Oh boy.
Roll an athletics check.
Okay.
Friday, make a strict save.
Can I make I mean, a strength save would be logically better for me dice-wise, but I feel like in this situation a dex save might be better. I want to kind of step aside and go for an arm grab and stabilize rather than try and
Okay.
catch.
Yeah, go for it.
There's my athletic.
Well. Okay.
Catch me!
Well, you hit the car. You hit the car. You don't hit the door. Your foot catches on the sidecar, and you like fall and tumble over it. But the momentum you take as you like fall, as you like sort of launch over it, you can see the car tips, and then just dunks onto its side.
Don't worry, we'll get this back up. Thanks for caring.
Friday, you try and reach and grab, and then you can feel like your eyes, like you can feel Muck brush your arm, and then the entire car tip, and you fall as the car tips on its side.
Don't worry. He always fixes it eventually.
I'll get it. I'm sorry. Thanks for catching me, Friday.
I
You good?
certainly tried, Mark.
You're good friend. You all right? Move out the way right quick. I'm gonna push this over like lickety split. Whereas I wasn't trying too much. He actually probably.
Rolls up his sleeves.
Oh yeah, he gets this
Yeah.
one going and just.
Does he have sleeves?
Hairy sleeves. He just brushed it. He doesn't really have sleeves.
I was wondering.
He's just technically not wearing any clothes. It's all fur.
Brush the sleeves up. Yes. Okay. Roll me another athletics check at advantage, because this is not as precarious as everything else. You're just tipping a car back over.
No.
Oh yeah, Friday would help by this point as well.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go. All right. So this was just the athletic.
Athletics at advantage.
All right. There we go. 60.
Well, it's a really good thing that was
Yeah.
at advantage.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is what today's session is. Oh no.
Okay, come later. It'll mostly be saving throws.
Thanks for the help.
Okay. On that, yeah, the car flips over just fine.
Okay, come on, guys, get this over. I'm gonna kind of get some of the dust off of the side of the van where the golden fiddle is. Kind of brush him off real good. All right, sorry about that. This happens all the time in the big dirty. Let's get going.
No worries at
Okay.
all. And I hop in.
I'm keeping the
Okay.
hat on until Mr. Al tells me to give it back.
It looks good on you. You can keep it for now.
Okay, and you can keep driving. Roll me, driver, Mr. Owl, roll me another survival check.
Yep, I am paging down to it. There we go. Ooh,
Okay, that's much better. On a 20, it's like you all that time sort of like the car gets flipped over and you get right back up, it's like, oh, my map was upside down the entire time. Here it is. And so you're like, oh, okay, this is the right direction, and you're able to sort of rumble along, and you find one of the very many scavenger outposts, also known as truck stops, that had littered the landscape. It's very much like sort of, it looks like it's basically abandoned vehicles sort of stacked on top of each other, sort of to make this sort of tower. You can see people sort of swinging from like ropes from like some of the higher levels, and you can see on the inside there's lights glowing. You can sort of smell this sort of charred sort of sense of like cooking meat and vegetables, or I guess not vegetables, but like mushrooms, roots, I don't know, desert
Smoked corn.
Yeah, that stuff. I feel like I should know this because I live in a desert, but I don't go outside. And you can sort of smell that as you sort of walk, and you can see these like signposts made of like the inside, like tire rims and like metal twisted with iron sort of spikes, and you can see people sitting on like broken shards of metal with like other broken bits forming a table. Very haphazard, but it's the most people you'll ever see together in one area in the Wasteland.
All right, we're just here for some gas and directions. No need to
Yes.
socialize with these ruffians.
I want to get a Diablo sandwich.
What's a Diablo sandwich?
It's spicy, it's good. You're gonna love it. Come on, Diablo sandwich.
You need some change for that, Mook. Rummage around and
The Feywild doesn't usually deal with money, but you do have a couple of spare pieces that you had promised to bring back, so you are able to trade that in with the outpost ladies, or the outpost workers. You can see sort of leaning out one of the upper windows of what looks like the back of a pickup truck that has been like on its side, but sort of you can see this tiefling, sort of green skin and these horns that sort of hang like a muskox. One's kind of chipped and almost twisted backwards, and the other one's kind of twisting out. You can see she's got like these scars on her face that almost glisten like iridescent crystal, and one eye is golden and the other is solid black. And you can see as she leans out in sort of this tattered, what is it, like a tattered vest and like this sort of palish purpley blouse as she leans out. Hey, you two, what can I do you for?
You need anything moved? I want a Diablo sandwich, and my friend wants a sandwich too, and I will move something for you just like the last time.
Right, I haven't seen you around here. What's your name?
Friday, I'm
Friday?
new.
Where are you from? What, are you from one of the courts? We don't get a lot of people around here.
No, I'm from somewhere else entirely.
What brings you here?
I'm stuck.
Oh, well, you're never stuck out here in the wasteland. We always keep moving. Come on. You might want to come in through one of the side doors. It's a lot roomier in here, I promise. Muck, can you could you help move one of the flower beds over a little bit mornward? The sun or the twilight's messing with the growing again.
Yes, ma'am, I'm on it.
All right. Hey, you, Friday. You want to come inside?
Sure.
will that moving be sufficient for some gas as well?
No, that's just for the sandwiches. If you want gas, you're gonna have to. You got any more spare parts of those?
I have these 2 broken pieces of lever.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Ooh, I am good at those.
Well, I mean,
Miniaturized.
I guess you're in luck. I needed something to prop up. Well, Carl wanted one of them balconies fixed, so those will work just fine. And he's been on my ass for ages, so fine. Yeah, I'll take them. You can get some of the gas. They're right by the flower beds. That you smash that up and you'll be fine. Go on. Here, I'm gonna get to know your new friend.
I've also just realized that my charisma is too low. I forgot to apply my abilities appropriately.
Oh, it should be higher. Oh, it was an excellent persuasion. Okay. And you can see Friday, you can see like with this sort of thunk, this hooved tiefling sort of kicks what should be the sunroof of this pickup truck, but is now the door open, and you can see her stick her head out like, all right, hon, you want to come inside?
Sure thing. I'll see you in a second, guys.
Be careful.
Right, and you, oh man, I'm stuck in her accent. Whoopsie pups. That's not going away. And you walk in, and the minute you sort of pass through this thing, it's very much the case of something is bigger on the inside. You open it up, and you can see this car had been like at the bottom of this tower, and you can see as you look up all the cars that had been stacked one on top of the other. The inside is one long tower. You can see these sort of rickety catwalks and balconies, and you can see goblins and little fairies and their sprites sort of flitting around some of the upper scaffolding. You can see this small halfling with these bright golden hair just sort of zip down from this big, from almost a bungee cable and jump down and like grab a tumbler of liquid from a table and then shoot back up to one of the higher levels. You can see people like sort of hanging upside down from some of these rafters, and you can see it's just this sort of chatter of these individuals. They all kind of look like they're wearing the same sort of patchwork attire. They all kind of have this sort of dust-coated look. Your breastplate is definitely the shiniest thing in here. And you can see this tiefling who stands not as tall as you, but like 5'11", just sort of like inside. Right, yeah, you want to make yourself at home? I know those two can be a bit of a lot, so you want to come in?
Been positively wonderful, actually. One of the best welcomes I've had in the Big Dirty so far.
You know that Muck's the only one who calls it the Big Dirty, right?
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was like a regional term.
No, it's just Muck doesn't. The term Wasteland doesn't stick in his brain, bless his heart. So it's the Big Dirty.
Yes. Well, actually, as it happens, I'm not from the Feywild. I'm from another plane altogether.
I mean, I could tell a little bit. You don't exactly look like a fella around here. Look, I know I said the sandwiches were for the moving the flower beds, but you can get one on the house if you want. You also don't have to listen to Muck's recommendations if you aren't sure about that.
I don't know. I tried one of his cheese cinnamon sticks, and it was actually quite nice.
You don't want to know where those have been, hun. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Nevertheless, I would like to go for the what was it? The diabolical sandwich.
Close enough, hun. Right. Just pull up a chair or something. There's probably like a barrel or something you could use as a chair. I'll hold on, and she'll stick her head out the window. Hey, Muck, are you done yet?
Ma, almost there. What you need? I'm just a little bit. There's a flower needs replanting.
Oh my! Did you uproot the bed instead of moving it again?
Just one.
Oh my God! All right, you are not getting extra mayo on your sandwich this time.
I'm sorry. I'll fix it. I will fix it.
Yeah, if you fix it, you're gonna still get the sandwich, but you ain't getting any more extra mayo. Don't pout at me! Don't you dare! That don't work on me.
Yes,
nope, don't work on me.
Yes,
You've already used that.
I will do it.
All right.
You need anything else?
Where's the owl?
Super.
Gassing.
He's gassing the car.
The gas here is interesting because it is directly connected to the flower beds that you're helping move. These flowers, they sort of grow almost this sort of sticky tar-like sort of bulbous sac in the middle between all the petals, and when you take them and you take one that is bloomed fully and you crush it, that's what fuels your car. So you can take a couple of these flowers and just sort of crush them and release that gas into your tank.
My fur is too luscious and soft and smells too much like strawberries to touch those myself, so I will be using Mage Hand.
Okay.
Just.
Okay, yeah. I'm really tempted to have you roll like a sleight of hand. I just want to see. I want to know how this goes and if you get any on your fur. Oh, it goes great.
He is very careful. One must always look their best.
What does your mage hand look like when you cast it?
It looks like like the hand of a child, just like reaching up out of nowhere and just assisting him with whatever he needs.
Okay. Yeah, and you're able to do that just fine. And back inside the God, there's construction outside. Back inside the outpost or the truck stop, Friday, you watch this tiefling. There isn't necessarily a kitchen. It's definitely more like, well, there's a stove here, and then 3 feet to the left, and then 2 stories up, there's the refrigerator, and then if you move 5 to the right, and then 1 down, there's the oven, and it's a little haphazard.
Food truck.
It's like a food truck, but if a food truck was on its side and like in 3 different dimensions.
Yeah.
And you can see getting this sort of this. You can see her putting together the sandwich and then also wrapping one up and sort of packing it in a little paper bag. And she sort of slides this sandwich over to you. It's sort of like a bun that's very much like this sort of purplish color, and the Diablo part, the patty part, is definitely like, it's more like a sloppy Joe almost, and it's kind of got this very crimson sort of sheen to it, and it's got like sort of lettuce and a very thin sort of pinkish spread on both buns in between it. And you can see her putting extra of that on the sandwich that she packs into the bag, and then she just sort of pushes the plate over to you. Right, yeah, so that's that. Good luck. Try it. If you don't like it, it's not my fault.
Well, here goes.
And it's spicy. It's spicy. How much spicy food do you have in Ravnica?
We have reasonable amount.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So it's moderately spicy. It's the kind of spice that it's part of it is the spice that burns like the tip of your tongue, and the other part of it is that very nasally horseradish spice. Sort of like a 1-2 punch to your sinuses. And as you kind of eat it and she finishes packing up the other one, she kind of turns around. So why exactly are you traveling with them?
I'm looking for a number.
Are
Tenny.
you looking? I think she stopped by here. The little girl?
Possibly. Currently a child.
Little girl, kind of, the green hairs, like spring-eladrin, kind of quiet, definitely scared. That one?
Could well be, yes.
It is. That is the description that was said last week.
Friday trusts nothing. There were also shape changes last week.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Right, yeah. Well, she was here for a little bit. She had some traveling companions. They were going up towards Starlight City.
Okay. Starlight
Yeah.
City. Where? How? Is that far?
It's on the other side of the Wasteland, which I think is where. Well, last I heard, those 2 hooligans were going off on their wild goose chase.
Oh, well, perfect.
Yeah, why are you going? You sure about going to Starlight City?
Well, yes.
Because I ain't exactly heard a lot of good things about that place.
Do go on.
Well, I mean, there's a reason why we kind of stay out here in the Wasteland. Starlight City is one of those places that it's hard to get in, and nigh impossible to get out of. I heard it's real pretty on the inside once you get there, but the cost of getting in it ain't worth it. At least what I heard. The gatekeeper's an absolute ass.
Okay, so kill the gatekeeper, then we can get in.
I don't think you want to kill the gatekeeper. Yeah. You could feel the record scratch in the room. I can't actually record scratch the music, but I wanted to record scratch real hard on kill the gatekeeper.
So there I was.
Don't kill the gatekeeper?
I wouldn't recommend it. The gatekeeper was chosen for a reason. He's got a bit of a affiliation with the queen. And, you don't really get involved with the queen if you want to stay alive. and not get turned into a tree?
I mean, I'm kind of already pretty hard opposed against the queen.
I mean, okay, well, good. You fit in here just now, so just don't say that out loud anywhere else.
Why?
Do you want to get turned into a tree?
I mean, I'm kind of already her plaything, I think.
Like more than the rest of us, or like?
Like, I'm literally trapped here. I've seen 3 or 4 portals back to the material plane, but every time I try and pass through them, I end up back here, and she laughs at me.
Ah, shit. Roll me an insight check. At this point, Muck, you've finished moving the flower beds, and you can stick your head back through the door, and if you want to grab your sandwich, you can. If you and Mr. Owl also want to get joined in here, you can.
Bro. Oh, everything's done. Everything's done. Diablo sandwich. Diablo
yeah, it's
sandwich.
in the bag. You just go. Yeah. Don't mess with those flowers again. Those are literally the only thing keeping this place afloat. On a 14 Friday, you can see sort of a flicker of recognition across this tiefling's face. Very much, you can tell it's not like that same sort of recognition that like Grandma 3 had, where it was, I've seen someone like you before, but it's more that sort of, I only heard stories about this happening, but never have I actually seen it sort of look on her face.
Good, loving that look you're giving me right now.
Is that a compliment to my face? I can't tell.
I mean the expression.
Again, is that a compliment to my face?
I like your face.
There you go, there's a
Well,
compliment.
I like it when you don't move my flower beds.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Take your sandwich. Did Mr. Owl get everything he wanted?
Indeed, I did. Sipping
Right.
another cup of tea.
Where did you get that?
Magic.
No, you and I both know that's bullshit.
He is a magic man owl.
Well, he ain't a man. He's definitely an owl.
Owl
Right.
bear.
Oh, close enough. You found your heart yet?
No. Have you seen it?
Well, I saw the thing that took it over that way. Point sort of back behind her. Yeah, I didn't think that thing was real, but you know,
Was that Decadon?
close enough. Yeah, that thing sort of, it's a lot bigger than the last time I saw it. I think it's stolen a lot more.
Oh my.
Oh, that kid you were looking for. Points of Friday. Yeah, it went with that thing.
Oh my.
Well, that's great. We could give you a ride. Come on. Get it. We could go. Get you your sandwich. We'll give you a ride. It's like up the 404, other side of the Wasteland.
Everyone has food and I'm jealous. Why did I make a diner? Dang it. Me as a dungeon master, I have regrets.
It's been sit there
right.
for a while.
Yeah, you might want to go there. You sure you're gonna be alright, hun? And sort of looks at Friday.
I mean, I don't think I have much choice.
Yeah, that's not exactly a good place to be in.
Don't worry,
Oh, we'll be fine. It'll be a hoot.
and I'm an officer of the law.
Smell bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. If you're against the queen, the law ain't gonna help you here.
We will see.
Alright. Best of luck.
Thank you.
You can give me a ring if you ever need help. We don't get a lot of people out here, but you can usually find a way to contact any of us running these outposts.
Okay. Well, how do I call you?
Here. and she sort of rummages in her bag, and she pulls out these stones, and then she tosses you one. Both stones are like half solid black and half gold, like her eyes. Yeah, just they're one-time use only, so be careful with them. Put them up to your lip and whisper whatever you want me to hear. I'll get it on my end.
Fantastic.
Okay. Brad. I also feel like I forgot to mention, I think 12 is sleeping on your shoulder right now. Right, yeah. Anything else? You three want anything? Anything else? You good?
We're juiced up. We're ready to go.
All right. Well,
You need
That's
anything when we head over there to bring back?
look, if you manage to kill the Decagon thing, it'd be great to have its skull to put on my door, but, that's kind of a wishful thinking. If you get that, then you get free sandwiches for life, but,
Ooh.
if.
We're gonna get that. Let's go.
All right.
Indeed. Free sandwiches for Mook.
And you're able to hop in your car, and you're able to drive off unless there's anything else you want to do at this truck stop.
No. Before we take off, I'm going to take some of the poles from the side of the van,
Yes.
and I'm going to attach them vertically onto the van in their little grooves that we have hooked up.
Yes.
Also,
So Friday, you can see Muck strap them. Are you strapped to the top of the pole yet, or not?
Still, not till I get them. Once I get them
Okay.
on, I'll get on one for fun.
So
Just-
you see Muck suddenly take these poles in the back of the car and start like hoisting them up. You can see at the top, Friday, these almost harnesses like things at the very.
Okay.
And you are able to rumble through the wasteland. Would everyone please make me a perception check?
ooh.
All right. Where's my perception? There it is.
pretty good.
Boop.
This music is too high. And hold on, let me see what everyone rolled. Well, Muck, you're very busy
Yeah.
putting the poles in. But both whoa, I just blanked on your name. Mr. Owl, from your car, you can see as you're sort of driving along into the outpost, or the truck stop sort of fades out into the distance, and you drive. You see the structures that you're very familiar with, the places that you usually scavenge for bits and bobs. You can see some of them start rising again on the horizon, these sort of twisted, gnarled things. And then you can see one of them, this sort of snaking eye beam of this sort of rusted iron, sort of twist and move. And you can see it almost ripple up and up and up, this sort of long snake-like tail. Friday, from your position, you can see that too. You could also see on that 16, you can feel the ground sort of rumble, and you can feel the sort of these heavy steps sort of thunk, thunk, beneath the car. And you can see as this ripple sort of rockets through this creature, you can see it's something on its front sort of rears up, and it's like this, like, like those diggers, like those claw machines that are construction machines. It's like that, except rusted and chipped and blackened at parts. You can see over its head, sort of floating there, are these big bulbous sort of eyes that are just this pure moonlit white, this sort of narrow slit like, and they're just sort of staring at you. And you can see on a 16 Friday, you can feel your watch on your wrist sort of go and point in that direction and shake as if it's ringing. And you could see this creature sort of brace itself on the horizon.
I think that's it.
Well, that's certainly ominous.
Where?
Right there, Mook.
Look that way.
Behind us? Oh, that looks mean.
Did I
Can you just-
accelerate?
You accelerate? Okay. And as you start rushing,
I'm going to. Can I kind of? I'm going to gesture to Friday and say, "Get up, get on, get." And
Is
I'm
there like
pointing
a
to
what are they called? The running boards on the side of the car? What are they called? You know what I mean?
Yeah, the running boards. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they got over there.
I'll definitely hop off onto one of the running boards.
Okay, they are running boards, and you can watch as Mook. Are you strapping in, Muck?
Oh yeah, I'm getting in.
All right. You can see Muck climb up one of these 30-foot poles and strap himself to the top. And what weapon do you have?
Flail and shield.
Brandishing their flail and shield and sort of like wobbling as Mr. Owl sort of floors the acceleration, and you head towards this beast on the horizon. And that is where we're going to take our break.
Yes. Well, everyone, thank you very much for joining us so far. We're going to take a break. We're going to go and stretch our legs, grab a drink, grab a bio, and all that good stuff. And we encourage you to do the same. Be a human. Stand up. Do things. Especially if you're currently at home and that's not normal. Make sure you keep your body moving. Keep your body moving. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Wash your hands. See ya. Oh, hi everyone. Thank you very much for holding on during that break. Unfortunately, even after all of yesterday's thingamajigs, we're still having some issues. I'm on while we're playing. If I seem a little distracted, I've got live assistants on in the background. They're waiting on me for the issue to reoccur. The only way to really recreate the issue is to be live using everything. So, hey, if it goes down again, all in the name of progress.
Science.
Alice is also going to bring me a sandwich because I'm getting angry.
Diablo sandwich?
Maybe. I think it's actually going to be a wrap, so I might have to exercise my hip hop skills.
No.
Super
No.
Puns smell bad.
No.
Shall we get back into it? Hey, Mac, I'll hand back over to you.
Hey, okay. So last we left off, we were driving towards a monster on the horizon. So, unless there's anything else anyone would like to do, can everyone roll me some initiative?
Oh, this is gonna go well. Oh, hey, that actually did go pretty well.
And let me get this thing's character sheet out.
Oh no.
Let me reopen everything. Unfortunately, refreshing. Like I did a clean install of my graphics card, which is why the why everything went down. Because I foolishly thought that I could do a clean install and it wouldn't affect anything.
Yeah, if you want me to roll for you, I can.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
To recreate issues, it needs to be natural. So.
Okay.
Just bear with me. Give me the hottest of seconds.
This thing has. I was gonna say this thing has a terrible initiative bonus, and then it rolled really well. Cool.
Not well enough.
Okay. So, shoot. I still haven't moved my initiative notebook into this room, but that's fine. Okay, so top of the round, it is Owl. And then the Decagon, and then Muck with the higher initiative score. And following at the rear is Friday. So, Owl, you're up.
How far away are we from the Decagon?
I will say you're about 120. Well, actually, no. You're. Hold on. I'm trying to do maths in my head. 123. Okay, so you're about 200. No, well, yeah. What I said first was correct. You're 120 feet away, and your car has a 120-foot movement, so you can get up close to it real quick.
I will gun it then.
Gun it!
I would use my movement to do so, I presume.
I think if you're.
I don't have the rules
Yeah.
road active.
It's okay.
There's
I'm
that
I'm
somewhere.
I'm trying to remember them. As driver, you don't get to use your movement as a character, so you just get to use the car's movement. So you can floor it and get up. We'll say you can get the car from distance into melee range for everyone else in the party.
Excellent. That would take
Is
my
there
action.
anything else
though,
you would like
right?
to do?
That would take my action to do that
Yes.
then? Okay, that's unfortunate. I will use my bonus action to command my mock familiar Colin
Yes.
to bite it.
Okay.
It will jump off of Mook's head.
Okay, as you get closer to this, and you can see this dragon-like creature is comprised of different bits of like roller coaster pieces and tarp and mechanical chain. You can see this face itself is almost like a battered mechanical cab of a car that's sort of like as it sort of bears down on you. You can see these glowing eyes and these glowing lines of electricity sort of stringing its body together out of all these haphazard parts. And in the very center, especially as you get close, Muck, you can see that the core of this creature is a haphazard jumble of a ton of the stolen things. You can see as you drive up close, you can see sort of hidden beneath a couple things is that sort of felt object pulsing very faintly. That's your heart.
Oh no.
Tiny!
That's mine.
What roll to attack with your mock as the mock sort of flies up? A 14 will not hit.
Unfortunate. So it will sprout little legs on top of Mook's head, and it will hop, floating in the wind, this little top hat, and then it'll suddenly sprout teeth and bite, but not do much.
It's like, God, I could see it on this dragon, this dragon-like nose, just sort of like, like that. Okay, with that, it is the Decagon's turn, and it's going to just sort of let out a and just sort of try and shake this thing off its face. And as it does that, it's going to... Where is it? Where's the thing? Where's the thing I gave it? Oh, there it is. And as it sort of like lets out this roar, you can see these lashes of lightning sort of spring out, and it's going to use Tesla Coil.
Oh no.
So I need everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Thunderstruck.
Once a deck save, you say?
A dex save.
No problem. Boop. Get my little... I like the 3D
Okay.
die. Ah, ha, ha, ha,
How,
yeah.
Friday? How? How have you managed
Ow.
I know, Friday, you did it! So, okay, on that, Friday, you take... I rolled really well on that. Okay,
Holy
Friday,
cow.
you take...
For the record, I'm not really grounded.
Yeah, you are the highest thing, so this kind of makes sense. So, Friday, you take 16 points of lightning damage. Everyone else takes 33.
That is almost my entire hit points. I have 3 hit points left.
Okay, all right. I can't Sentinel defend him with magic again. No, sorry. Would have been.
Oh my.
I can.
I mean, well, what is your Sentinel defense?
1 second here. Let me just double check here.
Because I'm willing. Oh, look, I'm already bending the rules a
I've
bunch,
got-
so let's bend them some more.
When creature I see gets attacks at the target within 5 feet of me, you can use reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. You must be
Okay.
using a shield. So
This
I
wasn't
can
an
use my-
attack.
it was a reaction.
This wasn't an attack, so I can't actually have disadvantage on the roll.
Gotcha,
So,
exactly. All
yeah.
right, I had to try.
Yeah, no. Valiant effort. But that's all the Decagon is going to do. It is now Muck's turn.
All right. Well, Muck is gonna flail that.
You leave Mr. Owl alone.
And I'm gonna bash him with my flail, right?
All right. You sort of spring forward on this wibbling sort of thing.
First one's 11.
Okay, an 11.
Mhm.
That's not going to hit.
All right, I got another one.
Ooh, my second attack.
I guess I kind of did it just bang into him, just not really do much damage, or I guess it still hit him, just not really.
Yeah, it's sort of, you can feel the of like metal scraping across metal, and it doesn't actually do any damage.
Well, I'm gonna as the pole kind of flips back to the other side, I'm gonna wink at Friday, and then I'm gonna fling back and hit again with my flail. All right, come on, flail, come on. Come on. Yeah, how about 17?
Okay, a 17 will hit.
Yes. All right. Excellent. All right. So what's my damage? I forget how this works here. D8 plus 4 bludgeoning.
You can click if in Roll20, if you look at the box and you see the word flail and you hover over it and you see how it goes red, click on it, it'll roll damage for you.
Did I do that right?
No, go into the not in your character sheet, into the column with all the rolls.
Okay, the
click the
Oh, gotcha. I gotcha. So the flail, boom.
There you go.
Gotcha.
There we go.
9
bludgeoning. Awesome. Yeah, you hammer into this thing.
Okay.
How many hit points did this have? Okay, that's how many. That's a lot. Okay, don't worry about it.
Okay,
don't
and
worry about it. It's
we all took 33 last time.
Yes. Well, except for Friday, who miraculously made their save.
Youch. Yeah, 33. Hurts.
Okay. Okay, cool. With that, Friday, it's your turn.
All right.
Friday gonna whack it.
All right. You can. Are you gonna stay on the car, or are you gonna try and like reach for it?
Did we ram it yet?
We haven't. You are essentially right next to it. The head is kind of above you, so at their height of 30 feet, Muck is able to hit it. At 30 feet high, you would either have to get onto the second pole or try and like run and get one of its legs.
Is the car stopped?
No, the car's still moving.
I'm gonna hold my action until we hit it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna whack it twice.
Would you like to use your bonus action to rage on this turn?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Just making sure. Cool. Top of the round, then it is Owl, Mr. Owl.
Is this thing moving? Do I have to use my action to continue to keep up with it?
No, it's staying pretty. It's moving, but it's like taking like 10 feet a turn. So it's moving real slow. Sort of this lumbering sort of dunk.
Okay. I don't like that it is hitting so hard. So Mr. Owl is going to sort of peek out the side door, and he's going to lift up his eye patch, revealing a ruby red button. And I would like to cast Ruby Eye Curse.
Okay, what does that do?
It needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, it's only somewhat good at that.
I believe it's Wisdom. Constitution, sorry.
Okay, well, that's... Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Well, does a 26 make it?
Oh, no, yes it does. That's unfortunate. I was going to make it blind out to 5 feet. So it can only see everything. But that does nothing now. And I believe, according to the rules, I can still cast a spell as a bonus action.
Yeah, sure. You know, why not? Yes.
So I'm going to put a Sanctuary on myself because I have 3 HP.
Okay.
So it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw every time it wants to attack me or choose to do something else.
Okay, cool.
And that's
Sanctuary on you.
That's it, yes. Oh my,
Okay.
I am so hurt.
Okay, so with that, it is the... I will say, you did use your movement to... I'm assuming your car is still going, right?
Yes, still going, still keeping up
for
with it.
funsies, would you like to ram it?
Yes, if
Okay.
you're gonna let me ram it, I'm gonna be awful at it.
Let's ram it. I didn't realize how badly... I didn't expect to roll this well, so yes, please ram it.
That needs to make a strength saving throw to do that, right?
Right. Directly into the target equal to your vehicle size. Make a strength saving throw. DC equals 10
You
plus
need
half.
to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, this is gonna go well.
That passes.
4d10 bludgeoning.
Roll me some 4d10 bludgeoning.
Yes, 4d10. Wow. Hey.
Hey, yeah. So there is this sort of metal grinding as you crash and ram into this thing. You can see the bits of lightning as you ram into one of its legs sort of arc around your car. Friday, you can take your action to attack now.
Yeah, I want to wreck it. First attack of the round, so reckless.
Yes.
Hey-ya! 17.
17 will hit.
Hey-ya! 22.
And a 22 will hit.
Takes 16 damage, and then an additional 10 damage. Arrgh.
Okay, 26 damage. Wow, you take a massive chunk out of this thing.
Yeah,
roll me your table.
I want it over. I want it on its side. Double fours, all the fours.
What is four? Four is darkness, I think. Dang it! No! I freaking
made it,
hate
Max.
this table.
You
I
made it,
made
Max.
it. I
You
know.
made this table.
No
I
excuse.
know. I wrote this and I hate it every single time. I'm double checking. I am angry.
I am angry.
I am angry. I think it's freaking darkness. I swear to God, double darkness.
Shoot into
Yep, it's darkness centered on the target. Yeah,
Oh
how
my
wide is-
goodness! Joshua Simmons is throwing us a deck of many roll. Who would you like to roll, Josh? Let us know.
And I can draw it from my deck. Yeah, so anyways, I don't think, the thing is this creature is huge. I don't think darkness itself can cover it. So there's just sort of, I will say it gives you all partial cover when with this darkness. Like, you can still see the creature above it because the darkness reaches above you. Or the darkness doesn't reach above you, but the creature is going to have a hard time hitting you because you're shrouded by this darkness. I have the cards, Scrat.
Yeah, and I've been nominated. Hit me.
Okay. How do we want... okay, I'm shuffling it. Give me... Okay, just tell me when to stop, I guess. Oh, that didn't work. I'm very bad at this.
Stop.
You want this one or that one?
Whatever. No, the one in your hand. The other one. That
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. God damn it!
Press your luck. Key.
Da-da-da!
Al's getting a friend. I hope you're excited.
We'll see.
Al's
know
getting
what
a
this does.
friend.
I don't know what this does.
Magic weapon.
Ooh.
So last time this was drawn, this is the second time Scrat has pulled the goddamn chi in this game. The first time it created a bro halberd.
Oh.
I have an
yes.
idea for what the new one's gonna be. Have fun, Scrat. Cool. Yeah. So this thing has partial cover. Or you're gonna have partial cover because the darkness is sort of covering you. So yeah. With that, it is Owl went. So it is the Decagon's turn, which works out really well because I actually need to see if it regains its lightning.
Well, I am definitely
doesn't.
protecting Mr. Owl if I can.
Yeah. Cool. It is going to make a couple of attacks. It's definitely going to make a. It's going to make a bite attack at Muck up on the pole. Because it's partial cover, let's say you get +3 to your armor class.
All right, good. 21 armor class.
Cool. A 14 doesn't hit then.
Boom.
And
Off
then
the chainmail.
Friday, it's going to make two, as you sort of hack into its leg, it's going to make two massive claw swipes at you. Again, you're in partial cover because of the darkness, so you get +3 to your armor class.
+3 to my armor class.
I think a 24 and a 23 still beat that.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Recognize
That's
that.
20 slashing damage.
Oof.
But you are raging, so it's reduced.
To 10, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Take that all day.
Okay. And it just sort of like, it just sort of lets out that another sort of snarl as it tries to bear down at you. You can see in the back of its jaws, it's trying to spark up that lightning, but it can't quite catch. And with that, it is Muck. It is Muck's turn. I can verb.
That's
Okay,
all
well-
right. Muck, here we go. I am going to get on the pole. I'm
You're
going to
gonna
start.
swing swung.
I'm swinging over and I'm hitting for another round of the flail.
All right.
Here we go, flail. Come on. All right. 9.
Nope, that's not
a
going to
1.
hit.
All right, I got another round of the flail. Here we go. That.
A 19 will hit.
All right, that's going to be that one. All right, that's 8. And I'm also going to use my action surge.
Go for it.
To do another action, which is I'm going to attack one more time. Here goes flail. 21.
That'll hit.
All right, here's the next
If
one.
it's an action surge and you take the attack action, you get a second action, I believe. You get a second attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought it
so-
was just the additional boom. Okay, you're
Nope.
right. That's the 2-attack fighter. I forget. There are some bonuses
Fighters
to being
are
a
very
fighter.
good at exactly one thing, and that's hitting stuff.
There we go. I need another. Here comes
Make
the next
another attack.
flail.
Go for it.
Bam. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, all of those will hit. So roll me
Alright.
that damage one last time.
All right, here we go. Here's the last one. All right, boom.
Oh, 8s all around.
Yes.
Okay. This thing is starting to look, as you sort of hack at it, you swing, and you the first time you swing, but you use that momentum to swing back up, and you catch a bit of this creature, and you actually knock something that has been the sort of jagged piece of metal that's forming its shoulder blade, and you knock it off of it. And as you come back down and you swing again, you knock another section of it so that its whole sort of arm just sort of falls off. Like the pieces that had been corporealized to form that dragon's arm just completely fall, and you can see the rubble sort of clatter around the vehicle as Mr. Owl floors it to keep pace with this thing as it runs. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Muck?
I look over at Friday and I go, witness! And then I get ready for my next attack.
All right, Friday, it is your turn. I'm assuming you're like on the side of this vehicle, like hanging. Scrat, I cannot hear you.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm plunged into darkness.
I would say you are plunged into darkness, but because this creature is so tall, it is more the darkness is covering you, but you can still see the creature above you.
I mean, I just hit his leg, right?
Yeah.
Let's just hold on to that and hit it.
Okay. If you want to hold on to its leg, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Could I convince you that's a strength saving throw, Fred? For my
No, because
my
it's
grip?
Nope, it's because you're gripping on a metal that is coursing with lightning.
Oh.
You're fine. What were you worried about? You're fine.
I stab it, stab it, stab it, stab.
Do you want to use your action to sort of climb up higher onto the beast?
No, the weak
Okay.
point's at the bottom. Take out his legs. It hasn't got any legs to stand on. Let's kill this thing.
Okay.
25, all reckless, obviously.
Okay, I was like,
20.
that's... Okay, both will hit. I was really excited for that nat one for a second.
Now, you know me, reckless or nothing.
Okay.
17 and 16.
Okay. The darkness dissipates on this. Roll me more mayhem. Okay, on a 10, roll me 2d10.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And then this is, let's see, that's a 9. Okay. Make me a strength saving throw. And then, well, rolling double 2s means nothing happens because you trade places with the target, but then you trade places with the target again. So you just sort of, at some point, there is a moment where you flip and suddenly you're on top of the this dragon-like creature, and then you blip back onto its leg. But you do need to make, okay, 19, that should pass. Let me make a strength saving throw for this bad boy. Oh, it doesn't have proficiency? Fine. Okay, I'm assuming that fails. So as you blip back, you can see all of a sudden the shadows from the ground. It's almost as if as you swing, you can feel like the shadow that forms Owl's, the sound waves on Owl's blade. It sort of lashes out from the bottom of its staff, and you can see almost like these big bands sort of reach up and pin this thing to the ground. for the next round, the Decagon is grappled.
Ooh.
Cool.
And with that, it is Mr. Owl's turn. So this thing cannot move.
Yes. So, how confident are you two in your ability to hit this thing? Would you like its AC lowered?
Oh, I'd love lower AC. Of course. Who wouldn't?
Capitalizing on its state of disrepair, then Mr. Owl will wiggle his fingers at it and use the Ruin Hex.
Okay.
I need it to make a Constitution saving throw. I know it's really good at those.
It is unfortunately kind of good. It is surprisingly not its best. but-
Okay, 1 second. I am going to use my Boggart ability to give this thing bad luck. So it will have a disadvantage.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I'll roll with disadvantage. And that's a nat 1.
Ooh.
Pun smell bad.
Okay.
So its armor class decreases by 3 to a minimum of 10 until the end of my next turn.
Okay, so that makes its armor class 14.
Yes, excellent. And then I will use my bonus action to command Colin Mockery to attack it again.
Okay.
Nom, nom,
Give it nom. Roll me nom.
nom. Roll the nom.
Oh, it's a nat 1 to nom.
It's stuck to it, but it just can't hit him. It's just.
It's just like, it's
Was it Stitch when it's trying to bite things?
yeah, it's there. It's trying real hard. Okay, with that, it is the Decagon's turn. Shoot, I'm gonna pull up really quick because I know I always get grappled and I think restrained mixed up. So I'm gonna just look up what grappled is real quick.
I think grappled is just that its speed is 0.
I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, I spelled grappled wrong. How did I do that? Bad me.
Grapple.
I added 3 P's.
Oh,
It was
There's-
grappled.
there probably should be another P.
Yeah. So yeah, it just can't benefit to any bonus from its speed, but it can still attack, which is fine.
Is that it taking the attack action?
What?
Is it gonna take the attack action?
Hold on. Let me look at something real quick. Okay. What is this? A creature of your choice you could see within range. Okay. Cool. It sort of turns its head at this sort of angle and sort of twists to look back at Friday. And you can see as you're sort of clinging onto this metal, there's just sort of this sudden rust just starts to crawl up its features and sort of eking up the metal up to you, up, and then up to you, sort of consuming your breastplate, and it's going to cast Blight.
I will counterspell that.
Okay, that is a level 4 spell, so you are going to need to roll for it.
Yes, I was saving my reaction for something else, but this will do. An ability check using charisma.
Yes. It needs to beat 14? What's counterspell?
DC. It is DC 10 plus spells level, so DC 14.
DC 14.
Using my charisma, which roll 20 will not let me roll. There we go.
It just fails.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Okay, it's still gonna cast Blight then.
No!
Oh, light.
Okay, I rolled really well. Can I stop rolling well?
That's what.
Constitution
Holy cow!
What are you
Is it
doing?
half damage if I fail?
Yeah. Hold on.
I don't
Yes.
think there's any point me rolling. Half of that still kills me.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no. Okay.
I can fish
Okay.
for nat 20s if you like.
Sure.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
sorry. Nope.
Wait a minute. Oh, this was a spell. Dang
This
it.
is a spell.
Yeah, I used my reaction to attempt to counterspell.
If-
I have nothing left.
If you okay.
I can.
How
I
well
just
did
read
I
it out.
roll? I rolled really well. If you want, to use your defense and I can roll again and take the lower damage, we can do that.
Does anyone have an inspiration in their pocket?
I have. There is a creature who can. There is a party member who can heal. They've just been sleeping the entire time. Don't. It's fine.
I just make sure nobody had an inspiration.
Nope.
Okay, darn it.
Okay.
I can spare the dying.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
All right. Okay. Friday, you are down, and that brings us to Muck. It's your turn. You see this rust creep up its body, and then you see it suddenly hit Friday, and Friday just sort of goes limp in against its claw.
Friend? This is like, beware the patience or the anger of a patient man kind of stuff. Well, the nice guy just his eyes like wide over, and he looks really mean, and he is about to attack this creature. And before he does, he's going to use one of his battle mastery combat sphere. There's the menacing attack. When I hit a creature with a weapon attack, I can spend 1 superiority die to attempt to frighten the target. You add the superiority die to attack's damage roll. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it is frightened until the end of the next turn. So, here's my first hit. Flail. And they have a lowered AC, if I remember correctly.
Yes, they have an AC of 14, so that will hit.
Plus, I get to add a D8.
Yeah.
For my superiority die. So that is 16 plus 7.
Ooh.
So that
Well, it's not
is
16 plus 7. Is
Oh,
it to
okay,
hit,
sorry.
or is it's your damage?
the damage. Sorry, that's the
Yeah.
Here. Let me get that one here.
No worries.
There's 9 plus 7.
16. It's still 16 damage.
Right. And they save to be frightened of me. Is that what I remember? Right? Yes. On a failed
Okay.
save, it is frightened until the end of your next turn.
Okay. What? Wisdom save is what you said?
Wisdom save. Yes.
Okay. Does an 18 make it?
That's why I was remembering the number. It's
It's a 16.
Oh, so my roll
So
was
it
16
isn't-
plus 7. See what I'm saying? I get the
Oh, okay.
I get the roll, the attack roll plus the superiority die. So
Okay.
16 plus 7 is the number that they have to.
The beat?
They have.
Oh, okay. In that case, then, yeah, it fails. It is frightened of you. It just sort of, as you swing it, it sort of, and it just sort of recoils back, and it can't really move because it's still, it's
Right,
like,
right.
it's still sort of grappled. But,
Well, I'm between my friends and this creature as
Yes.
best I can be.
I think you get one more attack, though, right?
Yes, I get.
Okay, swing at it.
All right. Sorry, I had to get. That's the big one. So I had to.
Go for it.
All right. And there's the second flail. That one. Does
A
not
9
hit.
will not hit,
All right.
even with its lowered AC.
That's my 2 attacks.
Okay.
I've already used my action surge. Just making sure.
Yep.
All right. That is all I could do, guys.
Okay.
But I'm holding my reaction in case somebody gets close to one of my friends.
Friday, make me a death saving throw. And someone in chat, please save that clip of Scrap popping up for a gift later. That is a failure.
Oof. Oh no.
Scrap, stop that. You can't do this to me. I have to be stoic and serious. Mr. Owl, it is your turn. Back to the top of the round.
I am looking at how my familiar can go. So Colin will let go of the Decagon
Okay.
and topple on down its bulk to Frida Florag, and I will, through the familiar, cast touch spell, spare the dying.
Okay. I really see this. You correct me if I'm wrong, but I see this as a pachinko top hat, just like falling through the bits of the Decagon, just sort of dunk, 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 until it like lands on Friday's head.
We'll say that since it is a tiny mimic, it turns into a magic 8-ball as it
Yes.
pings on down.
Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong.
And then as it lands on Friday, the little thing spins up and it just goes, "Future's looking good."
Okay.
I don't remember what Magic 8 Balls say. I will cast Spare the Dying.
Okay.
And for my bonus action, I will cackle to extend the duration of Ruin to the next turn.
Yes.
So Mr. Owl is just flooring this vehicle as he's just cackling or hooting.
What does a stuffed owl bear cackle sound like?
Somewhere between a roar and a hoot. So it's like a roar.
And you hit the horn at the same time.
Which the horn goes hoot hoot.
Hoot! Hoot! Okay, Friday, you are stable. And the cackle extends it so that its AC is still lowered. It is the Decagon's turn, though.
It is
And
frightened.
it is frightened of you. So if it's frightened, can it attack you?
You can't move closer, and it's disadvantage.
Hold on, I have it. Yeah, it has disadvantage and disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within its line of sight. So it's going to try and attack you because it is scared of you, and you're still within range. But it has disadvantage on all these attacks.
Bring it.
Oh, this is the wrong character sheet.
How's your HP?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm at
Okay,
half.
good.
I'm at half my hit points, and I got a second wind in my pocket.
Okay, well that's a 21. And that's a 20.
All right. What I did? What was I still had 3 AC from the darkness?
That went down because
Okay.
Friday went down.
All right, then I got hit on both of those.
And it has one more.
Yikes.
Okay, well that one doesn't hit.
Miss.
Okay. That's 17 piercing
Mm-hmm.
and 11 slashing.
So that is 28.
Yes. You can use second wind as I'll let you use second wind as a reaction if you'd like.
That's okay. I got 1 hit point left.
Okay.
Ah!
Lucky duck.
It's still scared of me. I want to point that.
Okay, yes. It is.
Back off. Back
It
off.
is still scared of you, and it is sort of that fear, sort of, and it just sort of like out of fear, just sort of recklessly sort of snaps at you,
Right.
and it's mostly just because its jaw is so big, even if it's not looking, it still kind of catches you on the shoulder.
Mhm.
But that's what it does. What can this character do? I don't remember. Lucky duck. Oh, it can cast. Okay, cool. Well, that's cool. As the magic 8 ball kind of settles on Friday's shoulder, there's sort of a rustle from within like Friday's dreadlocks, and you see this tiny mechanical bird sort of poke its head out and blink its eyes. I missed a lot. And it's going to just sort of look down at Friday and peck the forehead once and cast Cure Wounds. Good God, I cannot roll. Friday
Rolling pretty
gets
good.
Decagon.
7 points of healing back, Friday.
You're up.
Thank you. I sort
and
of stand up like, nah.
You have an 8 ball on one shoulder with, like, I think tentacles and teeth, and then a sort of concerned looking 12 looking at you like, this is going badly.
Don't worry. Time to get serious. Because my name's Friday, and I end the week.
Ooh.
I do not get that. Do you actually do that?
A gentle push between friends.
I do not understand. What is a week?
No, the week.
What is a week?
No, the week.
What is the week?
No, the week.
What is that?
No, the week. Like Monday, Tuesday, Never mind.
I am a bird. And it is Muck's
Bird.
turn.
Bird. All right. The fear ends at the beginning of my turn.
Okay.
All right. I am going to. All right. I am going to use a superiority dice to. I can use these attacks all day. I don't have like one frighten me into. I don't need long rest. I can do this one again.
Oh yeah, you can kind of fighters can
Just
slash
making
all day.
sure. All right, so I'm going to do another menacing attack.
Go for it.
So I'm going to roll my flail. This one adds a d8. 1 second. Here comes flail. Come on, flail. Come on. All right, so I add a 8-sider to it. That's 12. Come on, 8. So 1 second, I gotta find my die. There it is. Boop. All right, here comes the 8. So that
that'll hit.
That is a 20. So it hits with the flail, the first attack. We add
Ooh.
8 to that, so that's 19, and
19,
and
then it has to make a
it has
wisdom.
to 8, 19. Yeah, that's was it 20 wisdom? That's your
Wisdom to saving it. Wisdom. To,
right.
okay. Well, it rolled a nat 1, so
Yeah,
it's fear.
it is feared once more.
Look, it doesn't encounter a lot of giant boggles swinging on poles, launch like yo-yoing back and forth and hitting it constantly. So
Leave
yeah,
my
it's fair. It fear.
As I swing back on one, I look back and make sure Friday friend okay, and then I'm gonna go back and hit again.
I'm good, Muck. Thank you.
That one missed. That's all right. It's all right. Okay.
That one will not miss. As you are like, "Are you good?" You kind of like the pole sort of wobbles and yet you swing wide.
I am going to use my second wind to roll 1d plus my fighter level. I'm a level fighter 5, so I'm going to roll a d10. Here's my d10. 7.
Okay.
7 hit points of healing. So
Okay.
I'm now at 8 on the old hit point meter.
Okay.
I have hit. It is frightened. I have a reaction in my
Limited
pocket
20.
so that I can protect somebody.
Okay, it's looking battered. Friday, you're up.
I'm going to rush forward.
You're still on it, technically.
Great. I'm going to rush around and recklessly attack it some more. I need to bonus action rage again.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm. Oh fuck! See, you can tell how much I'm not concentrating. I'm a half
What
orc.
happened?
Relentless endurance.
No.
Never mind. Yeah. So we'll save that for later. Yeah. Well, that gives me renewed vigor. In fact, I only have 7 HP, but fuck it, I've got an extra 1 in the pocket. I'm gonna attack it. Reckless. 26.
Weird.
Yes, that'll hit. Yes,
Critical
that'll
hit.
hit.
Is that at 20?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Hey, that triggers the weapon.
It
Oh
does
gosh, damn it! It does.
13 normal damage, and then roll me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh god.
And it's feared. Does that give a
Aw.
disadvantage?
It
That was 12. That was
does?
12. That was 12.
Oh, that was 12. 12 is really good at that. Hold on.
12 avoids my blade.
No, it's frightened, so it has disadvantage, I believe.
I don't think so.
Or does it not? No, it's just ability checks and attack rolls, not saving throws.
Gotcha.
So it does not get polymorphed. 13 plus. But I mean, it also doesn't get polymorphed because. Wait, that's 2 plus. That's 11, 13 plus.
No, complex math.
Let Muck do it. He polymorph.
Okay, you know what? I just have a calculator. Gosh darn it. I was trying to do it in my head, but it's not happening.
What, the total damage? 26.
Well, it doesn't get polymorphed either way because that last hit kills it.
That's stupid. Ugh.
So, Friday, how does this look?
Just like she said, she's going to carve its leg off so the whole thing topples over.
Okay. You slash into it and you can see again that sort of you rolled recklessly, so you gotta roll me some mayhem.
Hell yeah. A
Okay,
9 and a 5.
9 and a 5. Well, 9 is non-applicable. Okay, cool. So you swing into this thing, and as you carve the first strike, it shatters another bit of this metal, and it goes spraying everywhere. Muck, from your position on top of this thing, you can see its second leg, the leg you hadn't torn apart, just sort of scatters in this shower of metal. And with your last hit with Al, you thrust upward and you strike towards the core of this thing that has been made of like all these stolen bits and bobs, and you strike right up into it and you hit something, and you can see this crack sort of race across it. The sort of white lightning that had been knitting it together just sort of spread and crackle and just sort arcing down this sort of iron wrought spine and sort of flaring out. You can see bits of its metal sort of explode off as you drive out into its heart until they're just sort of one last and it just sort of topples over and the light sort of goes out from its eyes.
Ooh, teeny. Yeah, shiny. Goods stuff. Let's scrap this bad boy. Everybody all right?
I'm good. Let me just have a quick look over. I'm gonna look for the 10.
Okay, roll me investigation at advantage.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm trying to find this one. That's the one I want.
Please, DM. Can I have some more?
That's not bad. And thankfully the DC wasn't that high. As you sort of pour through this, you can see as you look through it, you can see very clearly there is like amid this pile there's sort of like almost like a bird cage sort of looking thing, this very mangled sort of mess, but on the inside you can see sort of just sitting there clutching a little stuffed bear, just sort of sitting there is this small spring eladrin, sort of this wet, almost like waterfall hair kind of over her face, and these like flowers kind of woven through her hair, and this pale green skin and these big green eyes, and she just sort of pokes her head out in between the bars.
What are you doing in there?
I didn't want to be in here.
Good.
I kind of got put in here. It's not. Can you get me out?
Who there? Who is that?
I think I found Tenny.
Oh, who do we have here?
Yeah, hi, that's me.
Yes, I was sent on a quest to find you. Does anyone have any butter?
What?
Get you out. You said it was Bard, right?
Yes, Mac did. Tenny is very confused. Mac sees where you're going.
I'll do you one better. Can I use Acid Splash to melt the lock?
Yes, you can.
So Acid Splash is just pulling a cup of tea out of nowhere and just pouring it on the lock, and the lock will just slowly melt.
And then she sort of, this small Eladrin girl sort of, how taller is Mr. Owl?
He is about the same size as the teddy bear she's holding.
Cool.
Very
Are you
small.
sure it was a cup, or was it maybe a thermite flask?
No, it's just a cup. Just a teacup.
Oh, okay. Hi. Hello. And she sort of squats down and sort of like holds her hand out to sort of like, I think it's supposed to be like a kind like cupping the face, but like, you know, she's small, but she's just sort of like holding her hand out, have to shake your hand, have to be like cuddly stuffy.
Mr. Owl is all for this. In fact, Raggedy Matryoshka have a special ability for this called Adorable. where they're designed to be appealing to children.
Hi. What's your name?
My name is Mr. Owl.
Did you defeat the thing?
I helped.
Okay. Well, this is Rosemary. And she sort of holds up, well, it's not this big, but she holds up her little stuffed bear. This is Rosemary. He doesn't talk, but I think he's very happy to meet you. And she sort of like holds its arm up and waves it.
Muck is like quiet, like really quiet, and like big eyes looking at this stuffy.
Hi, what's your name?
Mr. Owl.
You're
I'm sorry. My name's Muck.
Hi.
You're Mr. Owl.
Well, I thought he was Mr. Owl. Points to Owl.
I'm sorry. You're right. He's right. You're right. Who is this friend of yours?
Oh, this is Rosemary. He's my friend. I sleep with him every night. He's my favorite. I've had him since I was 3, and I love him very much. And he's protected me a lot, especially when I get into dangerous situations, which kind of happens a little more than I think I probably should. But it's okay, because Rosemary is very brave. And you can see this very battered, like, teddy bear just sort of like with limp arms. Just sort of hanging.
Ooh, he needs a cinnamon stick. Cinnamon stick for Rosemary. Rosemary.
Okay.
Rosemary.
Okay, well, I think... And she holds the stuffy up to here. I think you would like that very much.
Here for you.
And she sort of takes it with a very elaborate bow. Thank you so much, Mr. Muck. And what's your name? You said you were on a quest? Turns to Friday.
My name is Friday, and yes, I am on a quest to find you, in fact. I think I might have to return you back to where you came from. I'm trying to fix time.
Oh,
you-
you're the people you're the one they were telling me about.
Yes.
They don't
I
like
guess I
you
am.
very much.
I don't know why.
Oh, you're the best one that they've had so far. You're the most successful.
Hmm.
No
So,
one's
Tenny-
ever really come to meet me yet, or Fives.
Yes, well, I
But-
managed to fix Fives last episode, but I am looking to you, Tenny. I want to. If you're a part of the clock, I'm afraid it's time to face it.
I think that's a joke, but I don't get it.
Smell bad.
Do I smell bad?
No. Pun. Smell bad.
Okay, well, I think you're going to need this. And she sort of pulls from her neck this medallion, this sort of stained glass medallion with that symbol of half a sun, half a moon, but the sun is higher than the moon. And she sort of hands it out to you. Good luck. I think I should be okay to getting back home.
Not on your Nelly. I'm taking you back.
You can ride with us.
We could give you a ride. I have tea for tea parties.
I have half a Diablo sandwich.
What's it? Okay. Yeah, Miss Friday, you need to go. And I appreciate it, but you have to go before they find you.
Now, listen here. I am an officer of the law, and I have taken on a quest to see you safely back to your people. And that is exactly what's going to happen. There will be no discussion about it. Mr. Al, Muck, I very much appreciate your offer of a lift, and I will gladly take you up on it. I will be joining you.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's okay. Well, I'm gonna get in the car now. And just this very shy child just sort of goes, okay, I have intense parental supervision now, and just sort of sits in the car. And
I'm going to take one of the strap devices off of one of my poles, and I'm going to attach it to like the back seat as best I can, and try to come up with some sort of like a kid seat here.
Okay,
wouldn't
yeah.
crash there.
I'll say you're able to do it just fine because those straps can hold a giant boggle 30 feet up in the air. They can definitely hold a child safe.
See if we can make a sippy cup for the teacup kind of thing,
I'm sure. Mr. Owl, you are also able to find your heart amidst the wreckage.
Yes.
It's very easy to find because it's the only felted and slightly glowing object.
Mr. Owl, is this shiny?
It is. And he will go and he will pick it up. It's, about the same size as his chest, very Build-A-Bear heart. And he will open up his tuxedo jacket, and there's like a little rip in his chest filled with stuffing, and he will just stuff it right on back in there and seal it up good and button his jacket up and go, much better.
Okay.
Oh, I feel positively alive again.
And as you sort of drive off and you, Tenny just sort of pops her head up before she gets strapped in. She pops her head up and she says, okay, you're gonna want to go down, I think, that way, and then sort of lean towards, oh my god, it's raining really hard. Sorry. I was like, it never rains here. What is that noise? You're gonna want to go a little bit towards Springward, that way. The Rose Court should be there. That's where I'm supposed to go. I'm gonna go get strapped in, but thank you. And she sort of like gives you a hug and like sort of does like a, not necessarily kisses your cheek, but just sort of like presses.
Mr. Owl was going to ask Mook or Friday to drive this time so he could have a tea party in the back.
I'll drive. Oh, biggie.
Yes, I've never driven a land vehicle before.
Probably for the best then.
I won't make you roll a check for this. Muck can strap in and drive, and as the tea party is sort of going on back there, and you can see the sort of blackened, as you drive, you can see the blackened land of the Wasteland suddenly turn to this sort of mauve and then to this blush, and soon you're sort of rumbling down these overarching ways of these dark wooden trees, like sort of canopied with these brilliant blush pink and white blossoms above you. Your vehicle looks so out of place with all its rusted metal bits and hinges, and you roll up until you kind of can see in the distance the buildings of the Rose Court.
I'm gonna, pull her to the side before we get within so much range of the Rose Court. And I'm also gonna say, can we take a break? I'm sort of tired. Is there some way we can take a short rest before we?
I will say,
continue
because
on?
driving isn't like you're driving and you're not actively chasing anything. The drive itself can count as a short or long rest.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can get some of that health back.
At 8, so roll my hit die, I believe, plus my con for the old short rest.
She sort of gives Mr. Owl another squeeze and like, okay, I think right there you see that building up in the trees. Yeah, that's my house. So, I don't know if you should drive any further because they're not really, they don't really see cars like this here. So they may not be, they might shoot first, ask questions later. They kind of do that.
Oh, that's fine. That's understandable. It was very nice meeting you.
It was very nice. I really like the tea party. I don't do that a lot. 5 is kind of mean, and he doesn't like tea parties, but I like tea parties.
Well, I enjoyed spending time with you and Rosemary.
Well, if you ever want to have another tea party, you can always come back here, and maybe I can go out. I know the way to where you live now, so I can go and see you.
Tenny, no more sneaking out.
I didn't sneak. This was 5's fault.
No more sneaking out. If you want to
can
come
ask
and play,
permission.
ask your supervisors and they will escort
They're
you.
boring.
Well, I'll tell you what. Next time, I'll sneak in.
Okay.
I'm very sneaky as well. I can
Okay.
watch this. Close your eyes. Close
Okay.
your eyes.
And
Do
she
you-
closes her eyes.
Do you see me?
I don't.
That's because I'm hiding.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, you
Okay.
could. I'm very sneaky. Okay, open your eyes, and I'm back.
And she kind of goes up and gives doesn't give like, she's not tall enough to give you a hug, but she just sort of wraps her arms around her waist and gives you a hug.
Oh, I give her what's the Monsters Inc., the big blue guy?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, I just envelop her in the old big hug there.
And as she sort of gives you a hug and she sort of goes up to Friday, and she reaches over and sort of scritches 12. Miss Friday?
Yes.
You might want this. And she sort of reaches in her pocket and she gives you, a pair of golden six-sided dice, like on a chain. Sort of like the ones that you see, like they're small, like golden six-sided dice connected by a chain. And she sort of puts that and presses that gently into your hand. You're gonna need that for the next one.
What are these?
They'll get you into the, they'll get you into the first part of the gate.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, no one really gets... We've seen a lot of people play the game, but not really anyone has gotten this far. So, good luck. I heard Sixer isn't the nicest.
Do they have a sister?
Sixer?
Yeah.
No, but
Wondering if it was the Sixer sisters.
12, sorry. Both 12 and Tenny look at you like, stop making jokes we don't get. Okay, good luck. And she sort of like holds her arms out to give you a hug. But
I'm
doesn't,
coming
like,
with
give
you.
you a
I'm,
hug.
I don't. Friday is marching this girl until she is back in custody. She is not leaving this girl's side.
Okay, I mean, you really don't have to.
Yes, I do.
No, you really. I can do. I'm like
I
50
literally
years old.
write the laws.
I'm 50 years old. I'm fine.
I literally
I'm-
write the law.
I think I'm older than you.
That's nice.
Okay, and as you walk into the trees, we're gonna like buttonhole black screen onto that, and then one last. I really okay. I'm regretting helping you now, and then it blinks out, and that's where we're going to end our episode. On Friday, being a parent.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I had a duty. Did you read my stuff, Mackenzie? Duty.
Scrat, do you read my stuff?
Well, no.
Okay.
Okay. So, everyone, what a fantastic episode. Thank you. Thank you so much, Alex Malvolio. Before we go around and say goodbye to everyone, good news. It looks, touching all of the wood around the house,
Wait.
it seems as though that graphics driver update, the driver update hot fix, might have fixed our issue.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay. Knock on all the wood.
Even
Oh, my
MDF will do. Yeah. So that's a good thing. We have sponsors. This game is sponsored by Mayhem Press. We were playing the Feywild expansion for 5e. If you want to check it out, head over to their web store, where it's currently on sale for 25% off, as are all the other PDFs at the moment supporting social distancing. So head over and check it out. Also, support your local game store. Even if you can't go in physically, your local game store's probably struggling. You can probably order online. And if you do, they recently signed with Diamond Comics Publishing, and they may be able to get your book in hardback. So do that too.
Such a nice hardback. It's so pretty.
It is.
Also, check out the Deck of Many. This is the Deck of Many Things. We rolled one card today.
Pull the key again.
I did.
Angry.
I guess I just must have the kingdom. Deck of Many Things, wonderful asset. It's a donation reward. We love it. Also, we have the Humblewood campaign from the Deck of Many, which we play on Thursdays at 6 p.m. EST. You can find that tomorrow. Also, check out Hero Forge. For all of your miniature needs, head over to their website. You can create a grayscale mini at the moment to your exacting specifications. And very soon, these color minis will also be available, printed in color. Next, you have Dungeon Fog, our latest sponsor, with comprehensive, beautiful maps that you can share, print, and play on. And as you update the map and add elements to it, it updates your GM notes to include those things. And if you use the code Scratticus, you can get a 10% discount off of their premium features. But go and check it out for free, because they also have a free profile where you can do a load of fun stuff in there. So do that too. We're going to go around and say goodbye to everyone. We're going to go the opposite way around this time and start with Malvolio. Oh, hi.
Hey guys, Malvolio here. Thanks for letting me play. I'm over at Malvolio421 on Twitter. I also have Twitch. Check them out. I play every now and then. I sing every now and then. I have fun, and I can't wait to play more games online. Thanks a lot for this opportunity, Scrat. You guys are great. I had a wonderful time, and I hope Muck, maybe someday, will make a comeback with old Mr. Owl, the greatest Muppets on the Wasteland you ever met. Right? Thanks a lot.
No, fantastic. Thank you so much for coming and playing today. It was an absolute pleasure. Next around the screen, we have Alex and Axofet.
Hello, I'm Alex Axorfet12 on Twitter. I'm a writer for Mage Hand Press. You won't see me often because I'm always behind the scenes, but you will see stuff in the things that we write.
Fantastic. Yeah, thank you very much for joining us today, for coming
Yeah,
out of the gremlin workshop and coming and having a go out front. It's a pleasure. Thank you. Unfortunately, Gnome couldn't join us today. I did say in chat earlier, but I'll say it out loud as well. If you could all do me a favor and send Gnome just something nice. Maybe your favorite moment in game with him. Maybe your favorite memory of him IRL. Maybe some nice pictures or something. At the moment, he is being stretched thin by pandemic stuff, and I know he would appreciate it. So please go and spread some love Nomedic's way. And last, but most certainly not least, we have Mackenzie.
Did someone say Gremlin Cave?
Eat one of them Diablo sandwiches.
I'm not doing my entire outro like this, but I just couldn't resist. Anyways, hi, I'm Mackenzie Lane DA on Twitter. I was your dungeon master for today. When I'm not here, I am an independent TTRPG content creator, so you can find me doing stuff with D&D Beyond, doing stuff with MCDM for Kingdoms and Warfare, which is playtesting soon. So if you want to get in on that, go to the MCDM Twitter and sign up, because it's going to be super exciting. And then last but certainly not least, most recently, or this Friday, it's my last episode on Tales from the Mist. Find me back here next week, DMing and causing more chaos in the Feywild. Woohoo! Scrat, I did pop your social links in chat while you were gone dark, if there's anything else you'd like to say.
Why, thank you. Yes, everyone, well, we'll be back with the next stream. You just have to bear with us for a little while, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, the only way to really test these issues and figure out what's going on is to recreate them. So there may be a few times when I'm on live chat while streaming while we get this sorted. As I said in a tweet yesterday, this week alone, we had a graphics card driver update, OBS had a huge update, XSplit had a huge update, and Zoom had a huge update. So it's a perfect storm of just everything flying everywhere. Nothing wants to work together. Any of these things could be causing the problem. We're doing our best. We'll be back in around, what is it, like 40 minutes, 35 minutes with Shards of Cerberus. We look forward to seeing you then. And until next time, everyone, keep on evoking emotions. See you later.